This is actually going to be the last story that I do on the Black Mafia family, Big Meech. I'm doing this one as the untold story. They never have reported this on any internet site. Black Mafia family, the Flannery brothers, Big Meech, Southwest T. You have to find this if you want to be the person to go read down deep in the indictments. But I thought this was a fascinating story, and so I wanted to share it real quick before I get out of here. Second, make sure you hit subscribe because I'm not giving, this is going to be my second monetized channel. I'm not giving YouTube, I'm not going to go and get the $1,600 camera. I'm not going to do all the editing. I'm not doing all that. This is just organic movement. You see what I'm saying? So, in Detroit, in Michigan, Big Meech came up with a system to purchase winning lottery tickets from the 4-ball lotto. Specifically the 4-ball, they had to be $5,000 winners, which was the max winner. 5,000 out of the 10,000 probability. So what Big Meech did is he worked in conjunction with the local corner stores around Detroit, other areas of Michigan. And the retailer would cash your $5,000 winning ticket. So let's say somebody from anywhere, didn't know the Black Mafia family, didn't know Big Meech, came to the retailer, said, "Hey, I got a $5,000 winning ticket here. I want you to cash it." The retailer, per the state of Michigan, would allow the retailer to cash that out for $5,000. Then the retailer, in turn, could take all the $5,000 winning tickets that the retailer had collected and take that to the state of Michigan Lottery Commission, and the Lottery Commission would give the retailer back the $5,000 and plus $70, $80, maybe not even, it wasn't even $100. So every time the retailer cashed the ticket for $5,000, they got their money right back. Plus they made like $60, $80. Well, Big Meech developed a system, and through his brother as well, Southwest T, they used their cousin. They had a female cousin. I'm not going to tell you her name, but her basic part-time hustle, she had a regular job now, but her part-time hustle was managing these lottery tickets, and basically what he was doing was he was basically laundering money is what he was doing. And he had that huge problem. If you notice, we saw what the limousine had the $1 million in it. He forgot it was in there. He forgot that million was in there. Big Meech had so many millions in cash moving around. I mean, it was almost a full-time job to manage what to do with the money, where to go with the money. It was millions and millions. But anyways, back to the lottery. So what Big Meech did is he let it be known to the retailers in Michigan, every time you have a $5,000 ticket, don't give it to the state of Michigan Lottery Commission. Give it to me, and I'll go ahead and give you $5,500 cash. So now, sometimes it was up to $6,000. Sometimes Black Mafia family would give the retailer $6,000 to cash the $5,000 ticket. And so the reason why I was incentivized is because he wanted that money to be paid back out and have a solid record of where the money came from. And so when the retailers would have these tickets set up, now Southwest T, now Big Meech would have their cousin. Like I said, I'm not going to say her name, but it was a female. And she would go in and pay out the money to the retailer. And so the retailer's not going to take the ticket to the Michigan Lottery Commission only to make $68 when he can wait on Big Meech to come through with his cousin and give a $500, even sometimes $1,000 on top of the $5,000 winning ticket. And then all of those tickets that were purchased, Big Meech's cousin would take those and do the claims on them with the Michigan Lottery Commission. And I know a lot of y'all are thinking like, wouldn't the state get on to that? Wouldn't they be looking for that? No. Always remember one thing about lotteries in the lottery divisions of states. They're not investigative agencies intentionally. They understand this is a game of chance. They understand they're dealing with a whole lot of gamblers. For the most part, they do not ask questions. They pay and go. Right. If you got 75 winning $5,000 tickets and you want to go in every day and cash one for 5,000, they are not going to ask any questions. Just cash you out and go. They're not going to do. That's just how it works. So she would go in after she bought all these tickets from the retailers, and she would cash these tickets, and she would. I think it was one situation where she would have the state send the money bank to bank, like straight from the state of Michigan would go straight to her bank. And the purpose of that was to legitimize all of that cash. And so that is an actual factual story you never heard on YouTube. Nobody ever wrote about that in the book. You only got that from here. And it's true. It's a fact-based story. I thought it was an incredible story. Like, where would Big Meech come up with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, who thinks of something like that? But anyways, enjoy. Just hit subscribe. Don't hit the notification bell. Just hit subscribe. That's all I need. I'm going to run the numbers up on them.